What about your rights if you're going down, do you surrender any rights, I guess I should say, if you go down to a parade, you are on the parade route, and you're hit and injured by a throw? Is there anything that can be done? And I mean, it is possible with some of these beats, let's say an eye injury, let's say something like that. Is there anything you could do in that situation, and how would you have the effort of proving that?
I've had 2 or 3 cases like that before, and I don't know if Russ has had any, but you know, a lot of times it determines on what they're throwing. But,
yeah, I mean, and it's you know, it's kind of like you go to a baseball game. Depending on where you're sitting, you need to be just cognizant of the situation and of your circumstances and where you are. I bring my youngest daughter to parades sometimes, and depending on who's riding on those floats, I'm going to keep her covered up.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's bottom line.
Not everyone's just throwing for fun.
Well, you talk about there's drinking going on. Well, there's drinking going on those floats. That's why they like to do it.
Right.
So, I mean, and they don't hide that. So you need to be aware of yourself. Right. And look, they start throwing a bunch of beads. I turn around, cover up. I mean, it's, you know, part of it is, it's.
But it's also what they're throwing. You know, you know, two quick stories. About 10 years ago, I had my kids. They were small at the time. We were down around Bienville Square. I was looking for one of them, and all of a sudden I got hit in the side of the head. I thought somebody hit me with a billy club, and it was a bag of beads. But I was not paying attention. You know, I was looking around. It knocked me to the ground for a second, dazed me, but everything was fine. On the flip side, we had a case about 4 or 5 years ago where a woman she had her small kids there as well, and there was an old teddy bear back in the late 70s, early 80s that had 4 triple D batteries that were, you know, because it spoke and it talked, and but it weighed about 7 pounds. And somebody, I guess, found that in their kids' room, and they threw it, and it hit the woman. It shattered her eye orbit, shattered her nose. She had 4 surgeries, and after we looked at the case and got their rules and regulations, they were not supposed to throw things like that off of the float. So these associations carry liability insurance, and so yeah, depending on what the facts and circumstances are, there could be a claim.